Shootout and at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Here's the way they're paired. John Force will race the rookie, Casey Spurlock. Force having Lane Joyce. Mark Oswald against Scott Coletta. Oswald gets to pick his lane. Bruce Larson against Tom Hoover. Larson has the lane choice in this match. And the first pair of cars we'll see, Ed McCulloch against Jim White, finds McCulloch picking the lane. The lane choice going to the car that qualifies better throughout the entire season of racing. Here it was number 4 and number 5, with McCulloch being just a few points ahead of White. McCulloch driving the Larry Minor owned Oldsmobile, starting things off as Jim White does with that long, smoky burnout designed to heat the tires, get them as clean as possible, and in doing so, provide as much traction as is available for the 4,000 horsepower that these drivers control. Just how important are these special events in the world of drag racing? Take a look at this huge crowd here in Indianapolis. Jim White in the far lane, qualified 5th with 2,640 points. He is racing against the number 4 qualifier, McCulloch, who out-qualified him by only 45 points in an entire season of racing. McCulloch has got one thing on his mind. That is, a year ago on this racetrack at the Big Mud Shootout, he went out in the first round of competition due to mechanical problems. He is hoping that does not happen again today. Jim White wants to make a great debut performance here in the Big Mud Shootout. And Jim White goes up in smoke. McCulloch advances to the Final Four with a fine 5:46 at over 274 miles an hour. But Jim White, losing traction right off the starting line, raises the question, is that lane suspect? As White blasted off the starting line in the Hawaiian Punch Dodge Daytona, all was well. But just a few hundred feet down track, the tires lost traction and he lost the race. Down at the far end of the racetrack, Steve Evans with Ed McCulloch.
Well, I have to wonder if Ed McCulloch had known that Jim White had lost traction, if you still would have run 274.
Well, it's the first time we've really been down the racetrack here, Steve. You know, we had to soften the thing up. We've been coming at it pretty hard. You know, this is important to win these races, so we backed it up and just went down the track.
5.46.
Well, that's okay. You know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Now we can step back after it.
Okay. Ed McCulloch headed for the Final Four.